I told you I'd probably be on here a lot in the next couple of weeks because there's a lot to process, actually. This is a lot to process. And I'm bored and I have nothing really to do. I was actually thinking, like, what can I do that's productive? Like, and I guess it's just easier to just say, oh, it's just time to just rest and do nothing and be okay with that. But, I'm just thinking, like, I have all this time, like, I could do something productive. And I'm just trying to figure out what that is. I was trying to clean up my kitchen a little bit. Ow, got water in my ear. I was trying to clean up my kitchen a little. And when I took the coffee filter to throw it out, I accidentally or automatically grabbed it with my right hand to flip it over into the trash, and it dripped on the bandage, and I'm like, there's coffee in here, and it's like soaking in, and so I was like, I better take a shower and change this bandage again. I was gonna wait till the morning, but I got the coffee on it, so I was like, okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna take a shower and change it again by myself. And so I took a shower, and the glove didn't work as well this time. It actually, the water was in the fingertips of the gloves, and I was like, uh-oh. I hope I didn't get it too, I hope it didn't stay drenched for too long. I took a quick shower as fast as I could, you know what I mean? But I got out and I took the glove off, and it was soaked. It was hanging a little bit. So I took it off as fast as I can. I left the yellow one, the sticky one, on while I was preparing the other things to put a new bandage. And I took a picture of it after it looks like it's healing pretty nicely, actually. Let's see. I'm trying so hard not to. It looks like it's healing pretty nicely. Let's see if I can get this at a better angle. Yeah. There's still a little bit of a glare, but it's actually in the shape. There it is. It's the shape of a teardrop, but it looks like it's healing pretty nicely. So, but I go Friday to the specialist and see what they're gonna do. Maybe the skin will just grow back before it could. It's possible that it'll just grow back and they won't have to do too much to it. It would be nice. I'll pray for that. Let's see. Anyway, but yeah, the shower, I felt way better. There was something going on. I think it was just sitting around doing nothing and feeling kind of useless earlier, and being a bit anxious about what's gonna happen next. I was a little funky. I was in a little funk, and that's why I was watching the show to distract myself. And I talked to my therapist for a minute today. I didn't go see her because I couldn't leave my house. There's a reason, and it's very you don't need to know the reason. I just couldn't leave. So I guess I just was in a funk. I walked onto the balcony and I listened to the birds for a little bit, and I talked to my mom. Called me to see how I was doing. That was good. My sister called. My neighbor texted. A couple of my other friends texted to see how I was doing. That's nice. And I ate some of the food that my friend brought me. My other friend. I can't open the juice though. When I was talking about getting naked juices, can't open it. It hurts too much to like to grab, and I can't. I'm like my left hand is weak as shit. I can't. I I really I can't do it. So maybe somebody will stop by tomorrow, or I can have them open it for me. Or yeah, well, whatever. But I do feel a lot better after the shower. But it was soaked, and I was like, and I couldn't have the coffee like seeping in. So I jumped in the shower pretty much right after that. Um, and I'm like thinking, you know, I've been like pouring the water in the thing with my left hand, and I can do it again. It's just I love my coffee. I just try to cut down again. Um, I don't know. I guess I ate, but I'm still kind of hungry. Uh, I don't know. I'm a little depressed about this. Not, not like so depressed that I'm like giving up. You know what I mean? But it is a little depressing. And there's anxiety. But I'm praying, and like I know I'll be okay. It just with like some, I think it's I trust that God's gonna take care of me, but I kind of want to do something, like there's a part of me that still believes that like I should work for everything that I have, and like I have to earn it. I have to prove that I deserve it. But He loves us. He loves us, and that's enough for Him to want to give us things, to want to take care of us, and to like, and He's answering my prayers. He's like, I asked Him, I said, please show me who I am, show me how you see me, show me what I need to see and realize, and so I was thinking, about how my mind and how I responded to this happening, and like I did look at the best sides of it. Like, it's only skin, I still have all my fingers, I'm still breathing, and it's just a little bit of like a bump in the road, and so it showed me that I am looking at the positive side of things now, and it showed me like, we all have different priorities. That doesn't mean we don't care about people, but it's like there's certain people that have higher priority in everybody's lives. Everybody has. Hold on. So yeah, like everybody has their priorities in the order that works for them. And I know that my priorities have been off before, and I think it's almost like my priorities are almost right for um like for my life? This is really, why am I asking you? You don't know. Hold, hold on. Oh, excuse me. I have to turn this off. It's getting hot. Yeah, I've been reprioritizing, and I don't have children or animals, so I don't know. Maybe I think I'm still not quite number one on my priority list. Like before, I was never I was I was number one, but in a different capacity. It was more like mm, self-absorbed, um, prior like making. It was a different kind of thinking about myself first than what I've been doing lately. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it might. And like if you're doing the work, it might make sense to you later. So there's a it's a different kind of. I really wish somebody could brush my hair, honestly. It's it's so long that like I even even with both hands, um it takes me a while and I have to flip back and forth, but I can't do it with just one hand. And I can't, like, I can use my hand, but if I'm holding the brush and like pulling it through my hair at those spots where those knots are, it hurts and it might make it like bleed more, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, it would be nice if somebody could come brush my hair, but I don't think that's gonna happen. And it's okay. I mean, it's not that bad. I can just like sort of separate it like this very slowly. Eventually it'll come out. Like I used to brush my hair with my hands anyway. Um, but right now it's just a little bit more knotted than usual. And I don't know if I changed the subject because I just felt that big knot in my hair, or if I was avoiding. No, I wasn't avoiding. I wasn't quite sure how to explain it. So okay, so my feelings, my feelings and my 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 desires were my number one priority. Like getting what I wanted, I guess, was my number one priority. It wasn't actually taking care of myself as my, like, so what I'm trying to do now is like making myself number one, like taking care of myself as number one, not getting what I want um, as my number one priority. I think that makes sense now. Um, then, like, it was work. And now I think, like, work and stability and comfort is sort of like right next to self-care. Um, so let me see something. No, hold on. Okay, nice. My neck really hurts. I don't know if it's because of the way I've been sitting all day or a combination of falling, like passing out and massage. Like before this happened, I was, I'd started getting busier. But yeah, there's this pain right here. Like maybe T1. Anyway, that's besides the point. Oh yeah. Okay, what I was saying about priorities. Everybody has their priorities in a certain order. And I'm starting to line mine up with my life's purpose and the greater good. So so I think. I don't know for sure. But you can love someone and care for someone a lot without them being one of your top priorities. And I get that. I get that. If I had a kid, or like a responsibility to someone, then they would be, number one. Like, and it should be that way, but you can't neglect yourself at the same time. But their needs, they're like a child. Their emotional needs, their physical needs should be, in my opinion, your number one priority, because you're like helping them to become who they're going to be. And like if they don't have what they need from you, and the confidence and the attention, if they feel like they have to like cause trouble to get your attention, that's a lot that happens a lot. I've seen it in high school, and I think I even did it a little bit too. Maybe a lot. But, now that I look back, 6 kids is a lot to handle. Like, I think even one child is a lot to handle. And so I can sort of, I understand, like, I do understand that the one-on-one time and the long talks or whatever, like, had to take a back seat to physical needs. You know what I mean? And like, so emotional needs did have to take a little bit of a back seat. Because it was so demanding. The physical needs of 6 kids, it's a lot. So I mean, I get it. I'm not angry, but now I'm starting to see, though, like, I'm starting to see why I did, like, or starting to understand why I behave certain ways and did certain things. I mean, it's not a blaming thing. It's just like being aware of what happened to like cause me to like learn this behavior. you know? And then, you know, make amends with it, come to terms with it, and like understand it from like a bigger perspective, like a further away, kind of detached, logical point of view, without like without emotion, like without any kind of emotion. Like look at the emotion, look at the behavior without that emotion attached to it. I don't know if that makes sense. I think it does. Anyway, yeah, so taking a little bit of a, I guess, neutral position. It's more like an outsider. Because it's already done. Like, whatever happened, happened. So, like, you know, once you, like, back off from there and, like, step outside of it and maybe look at it like it wasn't you, like, you know, pretend you're an outsider, it might be easier to look at, for sure. I mean, it is. I don't know, like, what kind of language you're going to have to use for yourself to do that. But, yeah, it really works. I have a lot more to say. I'm not done. I think whatever I'm talking about right now is really important, but my neck is killing me. I don't want that to interrupt what I'm doing here. Oh yeah. So everybody has their priorities in a different order. And if you can understand where their priorities are and maybe kind of why their priorities are in that order, like, not really, you're never really gonna 100% understand, but you can get an idea. And know that and I hear this all the time from a lot of different people, it's not personal. And I never kind of, like, it was hard for me to understand that it's not personal. But now I do. I really do. It's not about you. It's about their values and their priorities and, like, however they were able to comprehend and process and, you know, how they adapted to life, how they survived, how they got where they wanted to go or got where they're at. So, but it doesn't mean they don't care about you. So, like, you can still love someone and not have them high on your priority list. And someone could love you and not have you high on their priority list. And that's okay. But, you know, that does not make for a partnership. Just love. It's important and it's there. But with a partnership, gotta be in the top 5. You know what I mean? Like, And it can't be another woman. Um, you know, work stability. It should be on, like, it's probably high on everybody's priority list. Love is there, like, it is a top priority, but like the time you give, just because you love someone doesn't mean that you're going to give them the time that they deserve, or whatever. But if you really, like, want to make something work, you have to put the time in. You have to show them. You have to make the effort. And I always try, but again, like, the way I show my love is not the same as somebody else shows their love. And I guess it's just like a mishmash of priorities and beliefs and values. Like, you can have differences, but if you guys aren't, like, equally prioritizing each other, it could lead to arguments and misunderstandings and hurt feelings, which, I mean, we're more than all of that, but we're still human. So it's not easy. But again, with communication, it's all about communication and expressing and trying to understand each other. So, and making that a priority. Yeah, money's not like a huge priority. Like, it's just part of the construct of this life that is set up right here. So it is a priority, but it's not like, it's not what drives me. Of course I want, like, more, but I like nice things, and I do want more, but I don't only want more for me, I want more to share. But, like, for a while, it was like I did feel like I didn't have enough, and technically, like, it was barely enough. You know what I mean? So, like, there's this, I think there's a threshold depending on, like, the cost of living in your area, like, what's comfortable, what can, like, make it so you can breathe easy and not focus too much on that. So you get to get to that place where you can shift your focus a little bit more. But I don't know if there's really stability in life. I think we have to be our own stability, or right now God is my stability, and me, like, we're working together, but, like, yeah, you have to be your own stability, like, knowing your strength and your talents, and like, knowing that you can figure it out, like, you can maneuver, you can set goals, you can do all that, and if something happens, like, you can figure something else out, like, try something else. Oh man. Oh, I was, you know what? Yeah, I was going somewhere with that. Hmm. I don't know, maybe I went where I was gonna go with it. Oh yeah. The way love language. Nobody has the same love language. But communication can help you understand each other's love language. And it's not even just romantic love language. Friendships too. It's all love. I think I told you this before, but my friend, and I miss him so dearly, he told me once, love is, life is, you are. That hit me. It hit me, but I couldn't quite understand it. I mean, I had a concept and like a feeling about it, but I didn't fully integrate it into my being. I think I did now. I mean, I'm still working on a few things. They're little things, I think. Certain thoughts that still kind of creep their way in. But like I said, some of those things are happening less often, and some of them don't happen anymore. Kind of, I guess the groove in my brain healed because I focused on something else. Yeah, I really feel at peace. I mean, to be honest, like I am a little tiny bit anxious still about this, but I really am like, I don't feel worried. You know, it's just a mental thing. I don't really feel anxious. More like leftover thoughts about how things have to work or are supposed to work. But I just think back about some of the miracles that happened, like some of the impossible. There was a lot of things that were literally impossible, but like somehow managed to be possible and like get done. Like it's hard to explain. Like one year I got my W-2, and it said that I only made like $5,000 that year. But I had paid all my rent. Like, I kind of don't know how that happened. Like, how that was possible. But it happened. I mean, I know that when I moved into the apartment, I did borrow some money for like the down. Yeah, I borrowed some money for like the security deposit was higher because my credit was bad or whatever, but I didn't borrow money for the rent. Like after that, oh yeah, just like I know I'm getting some other money from another place, but and I guess that's how it's possible, but like that was a blessing. That was a blessing, and it is a blessing. But then like just trusting and going and like believing in myself got me to an even like more stable situation. But again, I don't know if stability is even real, like job security and like, yeah, no, I'm not having any problems at work, but unpredictability. And I know like, oh, planning and preparing, it helps. Being a good employee helps. But life is unpredictable. Life gives you what it gives you. I mean, I believe that God, like, is always there, and like, if something comes, like a challenge comes, like, he'll bring you through it. Like, he always has. And like, I know that. But like right now, I'm trying to explain how like my mindset changed and how he makes things that seem impossible possible. I mean, it's impossible for us, but not for him. And I'm kind of now, I'm not really anxious anymore. Now, right at this moment, I'm like sort of excited and like curious to see how he's gonna use this and how he's gonna increase my faith by showing me something else. I'm just excited about it now. I'm like more curious to see what he's gonna do. Like where he's gonna lead me, you know, how he's gonna inspire me, what he's gonna like, what kind of ideas he's gonna give me. And I just have to stay like open to him, to listening. And I can't can't be open to listening unless I'm not so busy here. Like when I'm really, really, really busy, like this right here is a lot of mental stuff, but it's a different kind of thinking. Why is this so hard to explain? It's like the other way of thinking, the old way, like, you know, kind of rehashing things and like being in the past and like trying to figure out what you could have done different, and like the blaming and the like being emotional, like completely like absorbed and disappointed or whatever because things didn't turn out exactly the way that you hoped or wanted. And then like having this picture in your head about how things are supposed to look and what the future should be like. That is like trying to spread cold, solid butter on soft bread. And this kind of thinking that I've been doing lately is more like room temperature butter, soft, just like going on the bread. So the difference between cold butter and like warm butter, and the bread is your life, you know. If you're trying to use that cold butter, you're gonna tear it up a little bit. Yeah, make a little bit of a mess, you know what I mean? But when you're like almost fluid, it's gonna go on real easy and you won't make such a mess. And you know, those flowing thoughts, that you know, warm, melty feeling sometimes spills over onto a different piece of bread that's next to it. I think that was a good metaphor. I still don't think you might not understand what I'm talking about, but it doesn't matter. It really, really doesn't matter. I feel better. I feel much better, and I am like more excited about tomorrow than I was today. And yeah, my hair's almost dry already, so I won't have a problem going to bed unless I drank too much coffee today, which maybe I did. I didn't. Oh my gosh, loop. Okay. So, yeah, you know, I don't think my hair's not going to be too difficult to deal with. Let's see. It's really not that bad. I think it's hard to get, like, tangled. There's just a couple of tangles that, you know, take a minute. But once you get those big knots out, same as with your mind and like your emotions. Once you get those big knots out, it's kind of easier to comb everything else out. Excuse me. Hmm. I know I'm a nerd, but I actually feel really good right now. And I hope you enjoy what I talk about and how I explain things. I hope it actually makes sense to you. Like, I know it doesn't really matter, but I hope it does, you know? I hope it makes sense to you, and I hope it encourages you to, like, believe in yourself and know that you're you have worth. Like, you deserve love. And you know, like, it doesn't always look the way you think. It should. So, you know, understanding that, it helps a lot too. Like, just understanding that people have a different way to show their love, and like it's not the same as yours. Maybe it can help you see it a little bit. Just knowing that. Just knowing that people show their affection in different ways. Maybe it can help you see, like, what ways somebody's showing you that they love you. So, anyway, I am hungry. So, I am gonna go and eat some more chicken. Probably chicken, because that's all I have. Yeah. So, I will talk to you probably tomorrow. Have a good night. I can't even do that right. All right. I love you guys.